Hey, hey, hey! Oh,
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
welcome everyone to another edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale in the grand finale of America tonight. Man,
So
I can't wait.
Have you voted?
Huh? Of course I have. I wasn't going to do it. Then someone told me, you're being an asshole. What are you doing on Monday? Nothing. I have nothing but Raw to watch. That was my only day off, so I actually did cast a vote. Am I wearing a sticker? I am not. But I did do a vote.
So did you waste your vote and vote for Kanye West? Or did you do the right thing and vote for the greater good, Marcus? The greater good. Did you vote for the Messiah, Seth Rollins?
I voted for Bob Backlund. He was on the ballot again. So I had to. He would be the only sane person I trust. No.
He said, Murica, we had a good run.
But, you know, of all the presidential races, this is probably one of the worst ever. And, you know, you don't really feel like you're doing the greater good. You just feel like someone has to do something, I guess. So here we go. Here we go. Before we start, I had a question. And
Okay.
I know this is mostly American based, or it's not even a question. I feel like we can settle all of American problems in one match in wrestling at the Survivor Series. Just put it up for grabs. Who is coming out on top? You have the Raw team representing whatever, Trump, SmackDown team representing Biden, and we just settle it like good old fashioned planned scripted wrestling. I'm down for that. Or Battle Royal.
I like how they did this time round. For the last 2 years, they have not involved any of the candidates in any of the WWE programming.
Yeah, you know, normally they do, right?
Yeah. Oh, we just lost Marcus.
Single time.
Was that a phone call?
Yeah. I feel like, you know, All right.
Let's get into the show.
Well, we are back. And I know it's a what you call it, a telemarketer. And they called my house like at least 80 times or something yesterday. I blocked the number, but it's the same shit. They came up with a different number. Anyway.
Oh, they always do that.
Let's get into the show.
I hate that, especially in the UK. I don't know about America, but you'll get a number. It's a random phone number. And then you answer it. There's a slow pause because you're like, hello, hello. And then it's a recorded message. It's like, hello, have you been involved in an accident in the last 3 to 4 years?
Yeah. Even their automated machine is surprised that you answered. Like, oh shit! Hold on, pause. Hello. I get my automated voice.
Right, let's kick off with Monday Night Raw.
But you know, let's jump into Raw before I get like 8 more phone calls.
A very average episode of Raw. So Raw opens up with Randy Orton stating that eight days ago he proved he is the best, and he paused. Period.
The best. The best! The best! I feel like somebody should say that.
8 days ago, he showed the entire world that he is no longer the legend killer. He is now simply a legend. And he pointed out that he has a massive target on his back, but he dares anyone to come get the title, and out comes Alexa Bliss, who hits the basic.
The scariest thing that could ever happen to anybody: a white woman shows up after you called everybody out, and she can do anything. She can do anything at this point. Oh, my favorite thing about Randy Orton talking about that he is no longer the legend killer, he is the legend, is that he had to sit down to himself and think, I am a legend. I am the legend killer. There are no more legends to kill. So do I have to kill myself? No. I'm just going to go by the legend. I'm good. There's a target on my back, but you know what? Maybe I shouldn't put targets on my back. I'm good. Honey, so I'm not going to kill myself.
So as Alexa Bliss has the play or pain written on her hand, on those gloves, she drops the play and hits the pain. and claims the Fiend could be here. And then Randy gets fooled by the Fiend's music and lights. But it was a mere distraction, Marcus, for Drew McIntyre to hit Randy with the play.
It sounds like a fairy tale. It sounds like it would be a good, nice story.
He who tells Randy until he gives him his rematch, he will make his life a living hell, and leaves the ring, where the Miz tries to cash in Money in the Bank, but is stopped by Drew McIntyre, who takes them out and states no one's taking the WWE title from Randy Orton but him.
Very noble thing for him to do. But yeah, I feel like the Miz cash-in was a little premature. I don't think that was enough to get Randy to win the match, even for the Miz. I was like, well, that's it, huh?
And then I feel this is the best Miz promo in a while, where Miz is in the back stating that the bell never rung, so he never fully cashed his Money in the Bank. Morrison, I feel like ruined this whole promo by stating everything after the Miz said by like fact.
You know, I believe the Miz, and then Morrison go out and say fact, and then that was the end of that. That was No, that was a really good promo. He was really amped up and fired up about it. Since the Miz got Money in the Bank, I feel like the Miz got some of his mojo back. He was like, he cared, and he wasn't just doing comedy stuff. I miss this Miz.
Yeah, so he stated that Drew had no business getting involved in his business. Miz called Drew a petulant child who, if he can't get his way, no one else can. And yeah, I thought this was a really good match, good set of promos, which led into the guitar on a pole match between Elias and Jeffrey Hardy.
Okay, so before Jeffrey Hardy and Elias got there, when they said guitar on a pole match, I was like, oh no, what year are we in? We haven't had a pole match in forever. But before we got into that, I thought Raw was going to be an amazing show. I was like, this is a nice way to start. I mean, you got a little Fiend here, a little Alexa here. You got some Orton, Drew, Miz trying to catch it. They really had some good energy coming off. And then it all halted when they guitar on the pole match. And I go, well, here we go. And then that match happens, and it's like one guitar, the guitar shot, and it didn't even seem like it broke, like the right or something. I was like, what is this?
Oh, so before we mention anything, Wes is here, and we must give a belated happy birthday to the delusional champion, who still believes, I think, the champion, of course.
The Sasha Banks champion.
The Sasha Banks champion. Happy birthday to the Sasha Banks champion.
Yeah. Hey, man, I have a question.
Go on.
Are we freezing on the stream or anything, or everything's fine?
Everything seems fine. Why?
Okay. Because you're on the delay for me on your video, but I see everything. I hear everything. It's just you'll talk, and then it's be like, oh, and then like you'll look straight, and then it'll be like, huh? Like no, you're not talking, but I hear voice.
Yeah, I think it's in sync. I think it's just your end.
Okay. The phone call ruined. All right, just checking. Oh God, he have an exorcism.
So in the chat we've got Wes, Emold, Chris, Ross, And that's it. So thank you all for joining us.
It's a good turnout.
And so the guitar on a pole match, Marcus, what did you think about this?
It was trash. It wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. It wasn't full trash. It was okay.
Full
it just
trash.
was a throwback, and I just felt like it was a useless stipulation. No, it did have that. There was a part of me that enjoyed the nostalgia of something being on the pole. I did get something out of that. Like, that's what I got out of it. I didn't really get much of, like, this is something I need to see again, and I want the continuation of the Elias Jeffro Hardy feud. No, but I was really, like, going, hey, this is some shit they got something on the pole. I haven't seen this in forever. I hope this don't bring back a trend of matches being on a pole. But
Yeah.
it brought me the joy of that, something's on the pole. That's pretty much where it ended for me.
So Jeffrey Hardy retrieves the guitar and then hits it on Elias, which unfortunately I feel like they gave him a real guitar and not a gimmick guitar because it didn't break on impact.
No.
Which he got angry and then smashed it against the pole.
I was upset that when I get a guitar shot, it needs to explode. It needs to explode. They need to talk to Jeff Jarrett, who I believe may have his hand in the storyline. Who knows?
Yeah. And then,
but they went cheap on the guitar and it just looked like it broke.
I think they used a real guitar. I don't think they went cheap on the guitar. I think they used a real guitar.
You don't think it was gimmicked?
No.
I just feel like it was poor execution in the gimmick. That's where it came down for me. Like, what?
So the next match was Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the women's tag team titles. Lana came out, tried to play distraction, which didn't help Mandy and Dana, which actually led to them losing. Which
their first loss ever, right?
Yeah. And then this later leads on to a Nia Jax versus Lana match. Nia's basically toying with Lana, making this segment go on way longer than it should. Lana end up going for a table the 7th time, yet no one continues to make the save for Lana.
Okay, yes. And the comparison I had with this match between Lana and Nia Jax was if I wanted to watch a very lowbrow version of Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. Because Nia was talking a bunch of shit. She was dominating. And it was like, stay down, Lana. Just die. I don't want you here and all that. All she had to do was say, I'm eating at the table. And that would have been essentially a bad version of that match. Like, that's pretty much what she got. But I actually enjoyed that match. I feel like both people played the part pretty well. Nia dominating Lana just made sense. But every week, I'm coming to the conclusion Lana's going to be the sole survivor. She's going to be the last one standing on her team and win it. And she's going to come on Raw the next night talking about, I'm the sole survivor at Survivor Series.
I firmly believe that. And then Chris Royal in the comments says, I commend any of you people that can sit through these Monday shows each week. It's honestly one of the most difficult things in the world.
It's the most difficult. And I don't think there's not a single person, whether you're enjoying this shit or not, that doesn't think Raw's the most difficult show in the world. Either one, watch, or two, to make. Like, all of it together is just like, no one is happy about Monday. It must be Monday if you gotta pick yourself up and go, shit. Like, I can feel like even the people in the back going like, what are we gonna do this week? Jesus, 3 hours? Like, even Vince go, look, I got about an hour. I got an hour show.
So it's now R-Truth versus Bobby Lashley. R-Truth's out there thinking he's going to meet Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy. Great film, by the way. R-Truth lays down on the mat and for the pin. Bobby says, "Get up! I want you," and motions that I want to put you in the full Nelson. However, R-Truth hits back with, "There's no need, Bobby. Is this about the Instagram post?" Which basically leads to R-Truth being put in the full Nelson and giving up. And then Gulak comes in to try and get the pin to win the 24/7 title. Lashley puts Gulak in the full Nelson and then throws him on top of Truth. And now we have a new 24/7 champion.
Yeah, he literally killed 24/7 division in one night. The 24/7 division has been buried. I want justice for that. But you would think that Shep chasing that 24/7 for a bit. Bobby would have just been like, "Hey, you want to get your title back, or we got some more gold over here? Since you only want to be paid in gold."
So Ross asks, is Raw like the B Team show? It actually is now. It used to be the A show, but now the A show is SmackDown.
Yeah,
which we don't cover.
And NXT is that. And NXT is that overachieving little brother / cousin that you just go like, "They're doing good things over here. Shut the fuck up." Yeah, I can see that. Shut the fuck up.
I'm trying here, man. Fuck you. That's basically what NXT is.
Yeah. NXT is over here reading books and shit. And it's like, do something cool, all right? Stop reading your books, all right? Put a pole match up there. Like, but if NXT was to do be a guitar on a pole match, I feel like it still would be better than anything we got on Raw.
Yep. And then AJ Styles then makes his way to the ring, claims to be the captain of Team Raw. He calls out his teammates, says the reason he called them out was because they are the best of the best, and their success is his success. Both refuse to take orders from AJ, and out comes Braun Strowman and declares to be on the team. Keith states he has to qualify. Keith Lee and Sheamus make claim to fight Strowman. AJ suggests a triple threat match, and Postman Pierce books it. This is where I believe I'm done with Keith Lee. Raw is long enough as it is.
Yes.
3 hours. 2 hours and a bit.
Yep.
If you take out all the commercials. But when he speaks, it makes time go slower. I don't care about Keith Lee's extensive vocabulary. Get to the motherfucking point so we can all go about our lives.
Do you know, you watch Dragon Ball Z, right, Manny?
I've watched it in bits. I've never watched all of it.
Okay, so there's a character in the Ginyu Force who can, if he holds his breath, he stops time. So he's a really weak character.
So you believe Keith Lee is
stopping time? When Keith Lee cuts his promo, he is stopping time. Because I just want him to spit it out. And I just don't know what they're doing with Keith Lee. He's dead. It's dead in the water. Send him back to NXT. Get Ember Moon off that team. Trade Ember Moon for Keith Lee, and everybody is happy.
So, I think you recall I called Eric a hippo and a crate a few weeks ago.
Yep. And a crate. Yep. Not just one together.
I got a new member of that club. And it was when Braun Strowman was talking, one man decided to look at his wrist as if he was looking at the time, as if he was taking too long. And that man is the newest member of the Hippo and Crate Club. It is Keith motherfucking Lee.
What are the logos on there? What is on that cargo? Is that a pig?
That's a hippo.
Oh, that's a hippo on the crate.
Yes.
That's great. And I feel like Sheamus' reaction in the background is the best part. Just him going, "Are you serious, man? You looking at time right now? You wasted everybody's time. You're a hippo crate and a crate." Oh.
So this leads.
That might be the greatest club you've ever created, Manny. That might be the.
Well, I've got another member, but they'll be inducted on another time because we can't induct too many members into the club straight away. It's like the Hall of Fame. You can't just put them all in.
You can't put them all in the crate. We'll get them all eventually.
I've got a bigger crate.
Yeah, I got the bigger. Hold on. I have other crates. It's like you're at Crate Depot. What kind of crate do you need? I need a hippo crate. It's a giant hippo crate. Oh shit. You doing some real moving, huh? Yeah. Real moving. But it was a good match. I really enjoyed the match. It was a really good heavyweight triple threat match with AJ on commentary talking about we need to work together, even though it's the most divisive thing he could have did for these guys.
Well,
I'm
he's
gonna
already
have a
making
man that's
claims.
not on the team whoop your asses.
You can't claim to be the captain when Nia Jax is also claiming the captain. You just can't be doing stuff like this. But I've got a question for you about this match. So there was a spot in this match where Keith Lee nearly pretty much breaks his neck, but luckily he's all right. But as he tried to leap over the top rope, he hit the top rope and then obviously banged his neck on the ring apron. Do you still need to see a fat man fly? Like, Ivar's now out.
Just give me a suicide dive.
Yeah, Ivar's now out of it because of this.
Yeah, I don't need
this type of move. Like, it's one thing to be different, but he's got two things running against him, and that's gravity and cholesterol. But nearly busting his neck on the ring apron for what was an average episode of Raw. I think he needs to save it for the big shows. Like, save it for...
Yeah, he needs to save it for the big shows, and it looks like he
put Survivor Series. Like, there was no need to do this.
No, it was not gonna. It's not putting asses in the seats.
Yeah,
I mean, I really don't need to see a big man flip over the top rope, like Samoa Joe was flipping and stuff. But his most effective dive was his suicide dive. His tope, regularly, I'm just gonna jump in the ropes. Keith Lee doesn't need to do either one at this point. If you're gonna do it, just do your moonsault off the apron or something. Like in that picture, I feel like you could have added J.R. Smith. Looked like he was trying to catch him as well because you can see the legit concern in Strowman and Sheamus's face going, "Oh, big fella, no, no,
yeah,
not on TV, not on TV."
It was just like you honestly need to be careful. It was like when Randy Orton went all on about that doing flips and stuff like that. But like you should really restrict it, especially when you're a man of like 400 plus pounds. The only way is you're going to land and you're going to land hard. So there's more damage on yourself. And you've got to start thinking about career longevity. Why do you think Mark Henry lasted as long as he did? He didn't do stupid shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, and why is the Big Show still able to wrestle?
Yeah.
He ain't trying to do stupid shit. Like, just keep going. Even Vader, who did just the moonsault, probably could have did this flip as well. But he had a pretty long career, even outside that of being, past his prime. But he was still able to do shit. And then when he came back for that one Raw, was able to still hit that moonsault. So it was like, save your shit.
Keith Lee's a whole lot of meat. And like to land on your neck like that, like that's going to be a lot of pressure on your neck. Like we talk about when Austin landed on his neck when Owen Hart gave him the reverse power driver. But like imagine Keith Lee, like the way Keith Lee landed. Yeah. There's a whole lot of weight coming down on that neck. So it's quite a scary spot for Keith.
Yeah, he barely has a neck as it is, Manny.
Yeah.
He barely has a neck as it is, if you look at the man. So I don't want him to break his neck. And Mia Yim, and remember Retribution, doesn't want that to happen either. Because she'll probably get kicked out of Retribution once that happens.
Well, but
save your spots. You don't see me doing flips on this show. I save my flips for the Saturday show.
So E-Mode says Vince is already bored with Keith Lee. I don't think he is because he kind of protected Keith from the pin where you got Sheamus taking the fall. So I don't think he's fully done with Keith Lee, but I just think they have no direction for Keith Lee at the moment.
I can see him being done with him. Or not done with him, just kind of just like, oh, we got Keith Lee here. Yeah, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something very procrastinated, but then there's a time where he just got to forget.
Yeah.
It's like, I was going to do something with the guy, and I forgot. Forgot what's going to happen. Like, he's the new, even though Braun Strowman was in this match, he's the new Braun Strowman. And when Vince was like, yeah, I'm behind this. I'm all behind this. Kind of forgot you were here.
Yeah.
Just moving around.
So now we've got the Hurt Business. And this may be the best Bobby Lashley promo he's ever cut when he was targeting Sami Zayn and all the fun that Sami Zayn tried to poke at him last week on SmackDown. I kind of just thought, oh my god, if Sami brings up Bobby Lashley's sisters again, that would be hilarious. Do you not remember that promo?
he bring it up? Or no. I remember it. No, you can't forget shit like that. When he's like beating, they came out and like boo boos, and Lashley ended up beating them all up, and there were all these. It was a clusterfuck, and it was a long feud. It was like, I'm calling your sister, but they have to bring that back. I feel like Sammy has to bring it up. Like, oh yeah, remember your sisters were terrorizing you, Bobby. And that was Bobby deserving better in that situation. That was his Naomi moment.
And then the New Day came
but
out.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I am. Then the New Day came out, basically calling the Hurt Business old, and then Cedric will accomplish something. Like Cedric, we don't know what you've done yet. Kofi went in. They went through all of Kofi's accomplishments, saying that Kofi won more championships than the Hurt Business combined. MVP brings up Kofi's 8-second loss to Brock Lesnar, whilst Kofi brings up that he heard from Lana that Bobby Lashley can only last for 8 seconds.
And Bobby got offended because it was true. Because when you talk to Lana, Lana runs her mouth a lot in the back. Talk about Bobby, you ain't last. They say it was a very nasty divorce. It's not showing up on TV, but it's ongoing because the divorces don't clear up that fast. It takes like 6 months to get it all taken care of. And I can see it just being nasty in the background and Lana saying shit like that. But in this segment of the New Day, I felt like we got a glimpse into almost a little bit of the up, down Coffee. Very boastful, arrogant, talking about how many titles he won. Talking about how many, plural, except for the WWE Championship, singular, Woods would point out.
Well, I think that's the point.
It's very boastful.
I think what's going on is the New Day are looking like they're taking Cedric, the Hurt Business lightly, and that's going to lead to their downfall of losing the titles. And I think that's the way, because because the New Day and Cedric and Stoughton had an excellent match, and most importantly, it had a good showing for Cedric, who didn't seem to have like a really good showing in the last couple of weeks. Yeah. He seems to be undershadowed by everything that's going on in the Hurt Business. But I have one thing to preference this with. This better not lead me to missing out on the New Day versus the Street Profits at Survivor Series, because that is what I want to see.
I don't think so. I want that match so bad. Like, as much as I said I wanted to see Bobby and Sammy go at it one more time in a pseudo-serious match, I need to see New Day versus Street Profits. Because I think it's just going to be something that escalates.
Before we move on, E-Mode said, yeah, but it's a solid 8 seconds, which implies that E-Mode is an 8-second man.
I put in work. Well, maybe in the middle of his 8 seconds, he cut a Keith Lee promo, stops time, and it's the greatest 8 seconds of all time. Put that Keith Lee promo on, baby. We got the frisky tonight.
There was one part of this match which had me laughing like mad. It was the Xavier Woods hitting the stalling suplex and yelling out Bobby Lashley's name as he did it. He's like, Bobby, look at me, Bobby, look.
It was. Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of this match, even though, there's more black on black crime in the day to be with the Hurt Business. It seems like the Hurt Business should be run by Booker T. Just attacking black people, because we still ain't got no revenge from Titus, who is never going to be seen again on TV.
You know what? Justice for Titus.
And they had that whole storyline with.
I feel like Titus should be coming back for the Hurt Business.
I think that. I think at Survivor Series, maybe he cost one of them a match. And be like, what? How did this happen? Because there's no revenge in sight. Like, he has nothing.
So, E-Mode says, nah, fam, I can go a full 30 seconds. I take the ladies to the moon, baby!
Baby! On the way to the moon! Loomis' sister!
So, I want to preface this segment by how the mighty, I wouldn't even say mighty, have fallen. It's Ricochet versus Tucker, who looks more like a jobber since turning on Otis. Looks like somebody's dad just finished work. Mustafa Ali is watching this match while standing on a table. Ricochet gets the win, and after the match, Retribution attack Ricochet and state that his sins have not been forgotten.
What does he do? Ricochet only takes L's. He only Tucker proved that he was a jobber by losing to Ricochet. Ricochet who has lost to Riddick Moss 800 times. I know it's only like once, but he is one shit.
Emo did say in 20 years Retribution will be at HillCon and no one will want their autographs, just like Virgil.
Okay, would you put at HillCon? Would Virgil be at HillCon, or would he be like? Is he considered a face? Would it be face Virgil? Because slave Virgil was a heel, but he was kind of enslaved.
Well, see, from the Dirty Tactics, I heard that Virgil plays at those booths where you so much as look at him, he'll try and charge you money. I say he's full heel.
Oh man, that's funny.
So we get to the main event.
You think WWE would have brought Virgil there at one time?
Why?
AEW did. They brought him in that one time. It was great.
Yeah, and you knew he was washed up. Like he was making mistakes even through a taped promo.
Yeah, but you bring him there for just the comedy. It's like, this is Virgil. Put him in the back segment. Like if he showed up in Lon Otis, I'd been all for it for no reason. No,
the only segment I expect him to ever come. The only segment I ever want him to come back at is with the $1 Million Man, and in today's world you cannot do that.
No, I don't even think they would approve of that.
Oh, and Emod said Virgil was parking cars at HillCon.
Virgil's a ballet guy. He's the one that's going through all your shit. Like, goddamn. Like, I know I had some change here. I know it.
And before we get to the main event, we just want to just point it out that Billy Kay deserves better. Hashtag Billy Kay deserves better. Because
this literally looks. Yeah. This looks like the you know how you watch a TV show and then you couldn't get the entire cast back, so you play somebody with somebody else, and that's who Lacey Evans is right now. It was like, hey, she's Charlie Sheen she's Ashton Kutcher in 2.5 Men. She's the light-skinned Unveiled. She's the light-skinned mother from Family Matters. Or, whatever show that they replace a character with. And that's what it is. This is not Billy Kay. This is not Billy Kay. The greatest iconic of all time. Who, in her one match on SmackDown, just one match, eclipsed anything that Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce has ever did together. But separately.
And
ridiculous.
The main event is the Miz and Morrison versus Drew McIntyre. Another decent match. Prior to the match, we got Sheamus now on recruiting for the Raw team, trying to recruit Drew. But Drew is very much on this mindset of, I got to get Randy Orton. And he did get Randy Orton at the end of this match. So he wins the match. And then Randy hits him with an RKO. And then the Fiend music hits. And then the Raw goes off the air with Randy looking scared. And that was Monday Night Raw, guys.
Randy is the prey. Well, you skipped over the 8 Alexa Bliss segments about the show.
I didn't know how to put them in. How else would you put them in? Other than Alexa's got a new trick where she can stick out her fake tongue that looks like a lizard.
Yeah, she can do that. She has new eyes. Her eyes are different. I didn't even know Nikki Cross was on the Raw roster. Is she?
Yeah.
When she showed up, I went, huh? This is wrong. Something seems wrong about this. She hasn't made a debut or anything.
No, she was
something's wrong with you.
But it didn't make sense, whatever she was doing.
Yeah, whatever. She showed up and she saw the new eyes. And, Alexa gets the Raw MVP of the day just for being on the show 8 times.
So, has she eclipsed every woman on the women's roster by now being in the main event of a men's feud?
Yes, she surpassed that. She is the face of the women's division or the men's division. So it's just like if a WNBA player went on to go coach in the NBA. This is what's going on right now, and she surpassed everybody. She's bigger than the game at this point. Not since AJ Lee has there been somebody in so many segments. And by the way, if this was Charlotte and The Fiend, yes, people would hate it, but people would hate it bitterly. You'd be all over the internet saying like Vince needs to stop giving Charlotte all these segments.
Charlotte couldn't pull this off. I'm 100% tell you that now. Charlotte could not pull this off.
Oh, absolutely not. No. She'd be absolutely terrible. It'd be absolutely dog shit. I wouldn't want Charlotte to try to do this. It would be a waste of a Charlotte.
Judging by Retribution's latest tweet by Mustafa Ali, they have sold out. Where they're asking for money to fund the movement.
God damn it. That looks like a bad album cover. Some grunge man back in the day. Jesus.
Hey yo man, you wanna buy my mixtape?
You want to help me out? You want to help us out?
It's fire.
This is right out of Walmart. This is the fun art movement. They should give away their merchandise.
So this week there was a common theme, and today I would like to preference this with today we have a sponsor, Marcus. Today's episode of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show was sponsored by the number 8.
Wow! The number 8?
Yeah, the number 8.
The number 8.
The number 8.
Wow. We're really moving up. The black and gold brand is moving up now that we got number 8 as a sponsor.
That could be a member of the Dark Order. We don't know.
Yeah.
But we have been sponsored by the number 8, which is a recurring theme.
It could be the 8 from the... It could not only just be the Dark Order, it could be the one of the 8s and the 8s and 8s.
Yeah.
We can really do something with that. We can really go with this 8 thing. I'm hungry, so I got 8, even though that doesn't even make sense grammatically.
And
but yeah, it was a lot of 8 days away, 8 seconds, whatever.
And that's been today's show, guys. Because nothing else in the show, nothing on Raw really happened.
No, nothing really happened anything over the weekend in the wrestling industry. I mean, Kylie Ray retired after no show in Bound for Glory.
Oh, and
but that's not really that important to me.
I read a new story today that Thunder Rosa was supposed to be making her debut at Halloween Havoc last week.
Yeah, what happened?
Thunder Rosa was supposed to make her debut at Halloween Havoc last week, but she didn't because of I think COVID restrictions and stuff like that.
Oh, what?
But then another conflicting news report, which I feel like it was Thunder Rosa kind of deflecting, was saying that she's still got a contract with NWA, so she isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh,
yeah. So it's one of those kind of news stories.
No, I can't stand the wrestling news stories. They have the worst sources in the world. Just the worst.
You're even looking at two places. It's like Dave Meltzer or this new guy. I can't even remember his name. It's from Sports Talk or Talk Sport in the UK. He releases quite a lot. Or Fightful. They're the 3 main sources you have to kind of look for.
And they're trash. I feel like there's a market there I can swoop in and get. Give me reliable information. That's not even spoiler information, just good information. I don't want spoilers. Honestly, the Thunder Rosa things just seem like, I don't need to see the news story. Vince McMahon has rewrote Raw right before the show. That is not a news story for me. That is a fact. That is just what happens. News story water is wet. It's ridiculous. Or guess who has heat on them in the locker room? They always have heat. Someone always has heat.
100%. And
it's like, what happens with this? Yeah.
On that note, if you would like to help support the show, check out www.storefrontier.com/DSPN and check out some of our merch. Buy the merch. Help us pay some bills around here.
Yeah. The UK is going into another lockdown. Help Manny. I am about to enter another civil war in the United States. Help me buy a gun. Yeah, help
us, please.
This is a time to help. We all need help. Shit.
And so I've been Lord Manny Hayes, and I've been joined by
Marcus, the grand finale, who should have won for president because I think it's the best shot ever.
And remember, #Billy Kay deserves better. Peace.
That picture burns.